see that hot fire like a big choo-choo train. Choo-choo!
Today we are talking about the Fusion XF Pro, and unlike some channels on YouTube, we actually did the research and we don't have a bias on what we think about this firearm. So if you want an honest review, then this video is for you. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the new channel. My name is Josh, also known as JWeth from the Mac Bros, and this week we are talking about the Fusion Firearms XF Pro. No, not the XP Pro that you might have seen all over the internet. That is the 2011 style option that they offer. But we're talking about the XF Pro. This one specifically here up top. Where do we start? Well, I guess we'll give some background information, right? So for those of you who haven't heard of Fusion Firearms, they are a firearms manufacturer and parts manufacturer based out of Venice, Florida. They make all kinds of parts for shotguns and pistols. They make small components, and they also provide components for other companies that are not listed. But if you haven't heard of Fusion Firearms, they've been around for almost 20 years now. We actually had the owner, Bob Serva, formerly of Dan Wesson, join us on the podcast. So if you want to check that out, definitely look up the episode with Bob Serva from Fusion Firearms. We talk about everything from his journey, where he came from, and how he got to where he is today. We also talk about his product line and what's coming in the future. Now, the other component to the Fusion Firearms recipe is their connection with Ermax, based out of Turkey. So if you have some sort of stigma or concerns about imported weapons or guns from Turkey, then this is something you may not be into. However, what Fusion has done has smartly partnered with someone overseas to make the guns affordable for those of us that are stateside. Fusion imports the components and pieces or works with Ermax overseas, and they co-develop the firearms and the components together. Sort of a fusion of two companies. Makes sense now, right? So let's go over the specs of the XF Pro. If you're just too lazy to go to the website, then allow me to inform you of what you get in such a very affordable package. So the XF Pro currently comes in a variety of different combinations. You've got the chrome, you've got the all black, and then you've got the black camo combination. It comes with multiple grip panels for you to change how thick or wide you want the grip to be for your preference. It also comes with two optic mounting plates, one for RMSC and one for RMR, just like the XP Pro. It also comes with two mags. Now, for our review, we actually utilized our XTech Tactical mags. We prefer those more for Glock mags. They have firmer springs, more rigid followers, so less likely to have any malfunctions. So XTech Tactical, check them out. Now, if we didn't mention it in the review at the range, I'll mention it now. This is basically a Glock 19 sized firearm. So it takes the 15 round flush fit Glock 19 mag. So anyone that has a Glock 19 that's looking to convert to something maybe metal or heavier, or just maybe a little more refined, then the XF Pro might be something for you, and you can use your mag. So when you get an XF Pro, you'll just have extra mags from your Glock 19, and who doesn't want more mags, right? So if you can get past the whole, some of the parts and pieces and guns are from Turkey, if you can get past that whole bias thing, then you're going to have an opportunity to get a quality firearm from quality people at a very affordable price. So Darius and I, my co-host from the Mac Bros show, my best friend, we got a XF Pro sent to us from Fusion Firearms. No, we're not paid. They just wanted to see it in our hands. We do competition, we do range days, we actually shoot our guns. We are good practitioners of pistols and firearms. And they wanted to see what someone like us thinks about the firearm. The only difference is everything we like is ported. So they set us up with their own ported barrel. And, well, let's just say that made a big difference.
Yo, yo, yo! I got my boy JWeth out here. The Mac Bros are live. You know what? Look at what we got today. The XF Pro by Fusion Firearms with the delicious camo plate cover on the side here. It's got the extended. Right now we're running an extended 17 round Glock magazine, but our friends over at XTech hooked us up with some +5 base plates. The MTX, which is a Glock 19 with the +5, fits in the Fusion with that super, super, super extra ammo sexual vibe. Look at that, guys. We got 20 rounds in a small, compact frame on the XF Pro. You know me, you know Jay. We love ports. We got 4 huge port holes on the top of this thing. We got a couple of targets. We got 2 infinity targets out here. Shout out to them. And we got ourselves a steel target because, you know, we like to ring the bell from time to time. So let's take a look. Let's check this thing out today, guys. All right, here we go. Let's come out of the holster. Oh, this is soft, guys. This is very soft. All right, let's do that again. Let's get on the spice. Everything is brand new, you guys. This XF Pro, this is our first time shooting it. We just lubed it real quick. The magazines are brand new. Everything is brand new. So we are in that break-in time, but that's okay. Out the box, it's still a very nice gun. It's got some beautiful kind of undercuts under here. And on this side, it's got a little bit of an oversized mag release, making it very easy to drop that mag out. I actually like the window cuts on the side as well. So we're gonna have to get JW's hands on this, see what he likes. He has a little bit smaller hand profile than I do. So I would be very curious for those that have like a small to medium range hand size. I have a medium range and I kind of float in the large from time to time. So for me, I really feel like this gun fills the hand really well for my medium sized hand. When we see what JW says, when he gets his hands on it, you know, we'll talk to those guys who have the smaller hand. So I'm gonna get back on it because I'm really enjoying this gun, guys. Here we go again. Oh, alphas, oh. And look at that pan over to the camera. We shot the target. I actually shot the target off of the stand. That's how spicy we're getting out here, guys. So let's go fix that and then we'll get right back to it.
So let's first talk about this before I put some more rounds down range. This is an all metal piece. So we're going to talk about this when D and I are going to sit down. But what I'm really liking about this is the weight of it. The ported barrel feels really good. We're going to put some shots down here in a second. But ergonomics, again, as D mentioned, I have a smaller hand. If I can have my fingers touch, that's a pro. That's a win. I can reach the controls, no problem. So drop the mag out, good to go. Nice curve there for a nice high purchase. A little hump here to kind of fill the hands. Smart design. Good serrations there. Also has top serrations, which is really cool because a lot of us like to do this. So now we have something we can grab onto. So far, so good. Let's get some more rounds there. Failure to eject. Probably me being a little loose with it. Now you see me fumble that. We're going to talk about that here in a second, about why that fumbles. All right. Let's talk about what I'm feeling here. So, recoil impulse, how it feels when it's snapping. It's very soft feeling. Can't shoot it too fast out here, so I can't run a bill drill, but it feels a little sluggish. Might be just the weight, might be the springs, might need to tune that. The trigger could use some improvement. It's kind of spongy, so we're clear and empty. So a little heavy. Reset is short right there. Take up is sizable. The safety's small. The safety right here is very small. You can see there, very small safety. But shoots really smooth. I will say it's a smooth shooter.
All right, shooter ready. Stand by.
is light, I'll say that. When I'm press checking, the spring is really light. But it's smooth, man. That thing is soft shooting, I tell you what. Dope.
Nice.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Stand by.
Oh, those are beautiful hits. All right. Hey, you Glock guys out there, you don't want a 2011, but you want an all steel or all metal framed Glock variant. The XF Pro with the ports, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. You see a little bit of performance here, guys. We're getting back to the 12, 13-ish spot here. The gun is holding zero perfectly. The performance is really nice. The recoil impulse that JW talked about, it's very, what's the word I want to use? It's very kind of like, you know it's coming and you know kind of when it's going back into battery. So I like this, guys. It also has these, I call them like finger groove stipple here. So it kind of gives you a memory for your indexing when you're making those movements from front to back. So I index on there. It's nice. And then with the thumb ledge, I can really get in on the grip here. But it's nice, guys. We're gonna run another drill and we'll see how it performs. Got us for the next one, my man?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me see if I can do it. See if I can.
Yeah, you good.
This is not planned. Did I get it? Yep.
Ooh, Mr. Air Racker.
Oh, but I missed the shot.
Mr. Air Racker himself.
That's okay. Will it rack? That's going to be a new segment of the review is Will it rack? Let's run. Let's run.
2, 1.
We're shooting the XF Pro, and we're definitely only talking about the gun, its performance, its fitment, how it feels, the value, all those things. I will say the holster, not good. Holster's no good. I don't like a single clip holster like this. It cants, it moves a lot with the gun, and it's also very deep for concealment. And I'll just show kind of what that looks like here. The mag release is covered. I don't like that because I like, and I've learned from competition and range days, I like to be able to hit the mag release right here, kick the mag out and reload quickly, but I can't because it's covered. A big clip like this, as you can see the design, the clip is kind of angled. Not a fan of that. And this has already been modified by D. He's already trimmed this down because it had a high sweat guard. Not a fan of that. So he did a great job of improving it. But we'll talk about holster compatibility in a second. Nope, hit it. Oh, failure to eject. Strip it. Lock it out. Oh, one more. All right, let's talk about it. Yeah. So when you get an XF Pro, like the one in this box, you get this hard case, and as someone who buys Smith & Wesson a lot, a hard case is actually kind of nice. Once I do put it in the rotation, this just sits on the shelf, but when you first get a gun, it's nice to have a hard case to check stuff out and, you know, show your friends and stuff at the range. But you get this hard case, and you also get this little cleaning kit. You have some cleaning rods and brushes, So a nice little add-on for maintaining your firearms. I think Fusion knows what they're talking about. They've made guns and components for all kinds of people. So a nice little add-on. You don't get it in a lot of guns, so that's cool. I mentioned you also get optic plates, so you get two, one for RMSC. This is the iron sight one, and then mine has the RMR one on it as well. The gun weighs about 1.6, 1.7 pounds. It is very weighty because the frame is aluminum. So we're talking an all metal, as Darius said, Glock variant firearm. Very, very high quality feeling, good ergonomics, and I have to admit, there's a lot of good going for it. But instead of just talking about it, let's do a quick pros and cons. Con number one for me and Darius is the magwell. The gun is lacking a magwell. It makes reloads a little cumbersome, and the cutout is kind of awkward. The front end being cut out and the back end being there. It's just not ideal. I've seen other firearms where there isn't a magwell, but the cutout is more towards the middle of the channel or the funnel of the frame. Our recommendation for Fusion is to either create a new grip that has an integrated magwell or come up with magwells that can attach to the frame in some capacity. I think that would really improve the overall ergonomics of the gun, and it would probably make reloading a little bit easier as well. Con number two is the trigger. The trigger is very lacking. It is kind of spongy feeling. It doesn't have a really good reset. It definitely has us wanting more. It definitely doesn't allow for quick shooting. It's definitely something that feels like other firearms we felt. Nothing to write home about, nothing exciting. Definitely would recommend they take a look at something like Canic or Walther. Those are really good triggers out the box. I think if they were to improve the trigger or offer an aftermarket trigger, that would be great. But the trigger out the box, not great. Another con, I think it's a pretty critical one for us, is holster compatibility. This is a unique gun, so anyone that's been saying this is a metal Glock, you're wrong. Because if it was a metal Glock, it would fit Glock holsters. We tried our M&P holster, we tried our Glock holsters. It does not work for it. It's a proprietary gun. It is its own thing, which has its pros and cons. For us, the major con was holster compatibility. It's frustrating. The holster to us, Darius and I, is a critical component to be able to perform successfully and confidently with a firearm. And we both were commenting on how the holster wasn't to our liking. So because this is a unique gun, it has its own shape and design, it won't work with most mainstream holster manufacturers. I think the exception would be if you were to make it light bearing. Those that make light bearing specific holsters, it might work for those. We didn't have one of those, so we weren't able to test that. But if more companies would consider this firearm worthy, you'd have more holster options. It might make it more appealing. So just something to be considered of is that it's not a Glock, so you can't use your Glock holster. You have to get their holster. There are a few companies that make them. Fusion has one on their website, which is the one that we tested. And to be very frank with y'all, it's not good. It checks the box, but barely. It holsters the gun at the end. It's not high performance. It's not high quality in our opinion. The Kydex is well made and the mold is well made, but there's a lot of functionality that's missing in that holster that really had us wanting for more. So holster compatibility, not great. And now the pros, the good things. This gun is packed with a ton of good features, guys. I gotta say, usually price is my biggest equalizer, and it will continue to be one of the main factors when it comes to reviewing products in general. But let's talk about at the end. Let's just talk about what the gun has feature-wise, right? So out the package itself, really full of stuff. We mentioned before, you got 2 optics plates, so the gun is basically optic ready. You've got 2 grip inserts or grip panels, so you can decide how big you want it to be for your hands. And they sell alternatives on the website as well. It comes with a cleaning kit. It comes with 2 mags. We'd love to see a 3rd mag, but 2 mags is still adequate. The fact that it supports Glock components is really good, because I'm used to seeing other guns like Springfields, for example, that have a great gun, but it's proprietary. And that's the unfortunate thing with a lot of things nowadays, is that it is proprietary, so you don't get a lot of transferable components and pieces like magazines, for example. This one's supporting Glock. Glock magazines are abundant. It's great to have them. And with the announcement of the new Glock V series, some people may not want those. This is a great alternative, and it's very, very attractive at the price. So looking at the gun in itself, the serrations at the top near the opening where the barrel's at, really, really nice. As I mentioned in the video, it's a great contact point for doing press checks or just racking the gun itself. Serrations on the side as well, front and back, very good, really accessible, not slippery at all. Very, very functional. The grip angle, as far as how the frame feels, also very attractive, feels natural. It supports Glock mags, but you don't have the Glock canted angle when you're shooting the gun, which is also very much wanted. So we think that the ergonomics are very good as well. The aftermarket support is incredible. They have a lot of parts and pieces on the website, and that's where you can get the ported barrel. So if you don't have a ported barrel in your XF Pro now, or if you don't buy one, you can buy a ported barrel. You could buy a spring kit to tune it and customize it to your preferences. The fact that Fusion already kind of has that out the gate is really awesome, and I know they've been progressively adding to the lineup, so it means it's going to be continue to be supported. That is a really nice thing to see. A lot of times when we get new firearms and we don't know where it's going to go, it doesn't have a lot of accessories and options. They've built that into the package, so you can kind of make it your own. That's really, really nice as well. Darius mentioned earlier in the video the recoil. The recoil feels predictable. It's not super snappy, it's not super sluggish, maybe with the exception of a ported barrel and spring. If you don't tune it right, it might be a little sluggish, but it was predictable. We knew when the gun was coming back and forth, we could predict it. You're not going to outrun the gun. It still is going to move quick, but it runs really well. And the accuracy with the barrel was also something we noticed, which was really, really strong. Didn't have any issues of accuracy except for just zeroing our optic that day. And we did that, and everything started to hit on point. And the last pro, I think, which is the most important pro, is value. The package we had at the range, which is a ported barrel setup for the XF Pro with the black and bronze barrel with like some camo grip panels. That one goes for $650. That's right, $650. Optic ready, all the mags, the cleaning kit, the case, everything you need to go. Just add ammo and go. That's incredible. If you don't care about the color, you want just the all black option, and you don't want a ported barrel, it could be had for less than $500. That is insane value for a Glock supported variant, not a Glock. It's not a Glock, guys. A Glock variant that supports Glock mags, that's all metal. Now it's aluminum, some people want steel, but it's an aluminum gun. And it is fantastically done, fantastically priced. I think that should be something you should consider if you're looking for an all-metal gun. Some people like polymer guns, some people like metal guns. If you're looking for an all-metal gun and you don't want to go into the hammer-fired arena, this is one I think you should consider. So there you have it, the review on the Fusion XF Pro. We're thankful for Fusion Firearms for sending it out and would love to work with them in the future. Bob and the team are awesome people. We loved having them on the podcast, and they're just good people in general. We're really invested in working with good people and good companies. So if you want to see more from us, definitely want to subscribe to the channel. But also follow Fusion Firearms. They're releasing new stuff all the time. They're great people based in Florida, and I think you'd be really surprised to see how good their products are. If you have questions about this week's video, drop it in the comment section down below. Let us know what your thoughts are on Fusion Firearms, the XF Pro, and anything that you saw in the video. If you want to see more of us, subscribe. This is the new channel. We're trying to grow it back to where it was before and follow all the policies and rules. So please give us a follow. Also, follow us on Instagram at MacBros, MacBroz. That's where we post short form of this stuff as well as some clips from the podcast. And you can also follow the podcast at The Mac Bros Show on Spotify, Apple, and Google, anywhere you get podcasts. Again, my name is Josh. Thank you for joining us this week. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.